Shalom, 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 brothers and sisters of the nation of Israel. It's an honor, it's a privilege to come before you as always. Sorry for the delay, but to you Israelites that the Bible speaks of, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, it's an honor, it's a privilege to be able to come before you and give you another edifying lesson. I'm your brother Ananias.
Brother Benaiah.
We are A.O.I, the Awakening of Israel. And before we get started, we got to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, Yahweh being the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai being his son, who the world calls Christ. But we got to give just due what just due is due. And today, we're going to be dealing with some current events. And that's why today's class is titled More Chaos and Wickedness in Babylon, or United Snakes as you know it, We're going to be dealing with a couple of current event topics. So we ain't going to hold you hostage. We're going to dive straight into it, And let's go to one of the sports that Americans love. I mean, one of America's favorite pastimes, I put it that way. Football. But we all know what money it is. Alphabet boy money, where they do what they want to do and put all manner of wickedness throughout the world, especially here in US of A. It says the NFL is set to introduce this year coming up. So be prepared. Don't be shocked. We let you know ahead of time. The NFL is set to introduce the first transgender cheerleader for the Carolina Panthers. Now, the question you should be asking is, why are they trying so hard to integrate with this foolishness? Why are they trying to push this agenda so hard throughout the world, Why are they doing this? It's an ulterior motive. It's not just for somebody to have rights to do these things. It's a reason behind everything. But we're going to read the article, get a few details, and then move on to the next topic. Can you read that, bro?
Yes, sir. Beaming in her team headshot, Justine Lindsay is every bit the ideal cheerleader. With a lifetime of performing under her belt, she's earned a coveted spot to cheer on the NFL's Carolina Panthers in the upcoming season. And she's already made history ahead of her regular season debut. Lindsay is the first out transgender woman and that's off, man. Lindsay is the first out transgender woman to cheer in the NFL, according to CNN. Lindsay is one of 30 members of the 2022 through 2023 Top Cats, the cheer squad that roots for the Carolina Panthers from the sidelines and during the energetic halftime performances. She discloses that she was trans on paperwork for her audition for the team. BuzzFeed News recently reported, but the squad director said it was her talent and integrity that won her the spot. The new Top Cat announced her new gig on Instagram earlier this year. Coming out to many of her friends in the process, Lindsay told BuzzFeed News in her first interview since getting hired. That's off, man.
You can't make that up, man. So what the article was basically saying, they were trying to give kudos to this or this, whatever you want to call it, lost individual. I put it that way. Trying to give kudos to this person, but this person disclosed their information after they got the job, so that these people won't be able to do nothing. They won't be able to fire us up front and won't let us compete or let him or whatever you want to call it compete. But waited till after the fact. But nonetheless, why even go through that? It's crazy. Now, if they doing it with the football, with the cheerleader, guess what? What's coming next? It's going to be the players doing it, if they ain't already doing it.
Let me get a precept on that, King.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 24 and verse 10. It says, The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. Right. So this is the city of confusion. That's why the Lord got to destroy this place, man. We sit here reading a paragraph that says he and she and a transgender. Hey, it's confusion in one paragraph, man.
Mm.
And that's the knowledge and wisdom from these nations, and right, specifically Esau. Right, it's nothing but confusion. You read the knowledge of the Most High. He tell you to keep His commandments. That's plain,
Hmm.
right? So, verse 11: there is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. In the city, it is in the city is left desolate, and the gate is smitten with the destruction. So the Lord got to destroy this place, man. And this is one of the reasons why,
I'm
right?
telling
Because you
you.
got transgenders walking around throwing a leg up in the air with pom poms, man. So this land got to go.
Let me get another one right quick. The book of Romans, chapter 1, verse 24. And it reads, wherefore Yahweh also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves, who changed the truth of God into a lie. This is what we see. This kingdom, this wicked kingdom. You know, it says, change the truth of God into a lie, and worship and serve the creature more than the creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. For this cause, Yahweh gave them up unto vile affections. For even their women did change their natural use into that which is against nature, and likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burning their lust one toward another, men with men, working with that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves the recompense of their error, which was meat. So this society that we living in, the woman is turning away from her natural use, just like the man is. Now the man want to go be a damn cheerleader. He want to be a top cat, you know,
That's off, man.
all the way. He want to be out there feminine his hair with pom poms, like the brother bringing out. But they didn't change the truth to a lie. They thinking that you can be whatever you want to be, whatever you feel like. That's cool. That's what they saying and thinking in their mind. So the Lord is letting our people alone, our wicked people, along with the wicked other nations, to be with their vile affections, with their lust toward their flesh. Wicked as hell. I I can't wait. I mean, I ain't gonna say I can't wait, but I can't picture how this world will be 5 years from now. You know what I'm saying? But let's go to another article right quick. Can you read that, brother?
Yes, sir. Days of Lot. Over 1.6 million in the U.S. now identify as transgender.
That's wicked as hell. How is that possible? That right there is why. This image that you see on the screen right here,
That's right.
that is the reason why you see these flags, because they can do no wrong. God loves everybody. He don't love this foolishness.
That's right.
I mean, if he created you a man and you want to be a woman now, that's saying that you hate what he did with you. You hate his creation. You hate what he did for you. So you can't be loving the Most High. So you ultimately showing them that you hate him. So if you hate him, what makes you think he love you when you doing this? Over 1.6 million in the U.S. now identified. Come on now. Let's read this article though.
All right. Opinion. A study published on Friday estimates that nearly 1.64 million people over the age of 13 in the United States identify themselves as transgender, based on an analysis of newly expanded federal health surveys.
You
The
see that?
study,
It says people over the age of 13. You started doing this study at the age of 13. That's wicked as hell. So that's letting you know what Dwayne Wade and all these other celebrities are doing with their kids, from damn Madonna to the damn what's her name, Charlize Theron,
Mm.
putting these little boys in dresses. You starting them off at 5 and 6 years old, putting them in dresses, high heels. You are the people that are pushing this narrative. Therefore, this age got to start at 13, where they start doing the damn survey or the analysis. But keep going.
The study estimates that about 0.5% of all U.S. adults, some 1.3 million, and about 1.4 or 300,000 of the youth between 13 and 17 years old identify as transgender,
You see
having
that? 13 to 17, 300,000. That lets you know how powerful that TV is.
all right.
That lets you know how powerful social media is. Because this ain't no feeling contrary to what most believe, thinking that they born this way. Nah, this is the power of the TV. This is the power of your magazines and media. This is the power of influence. What they call it, peer pressure.
Mm,
That's the power that that's unbelievable. 13 to 17 identify as transgender. They don't even know what it means. They don't even know what life is about, and yet and still they want to be the other sex. Keep going though,
right.
bro.
Just adding on what you just said, man. Because you got it's a in between 13 and 17 years old identify as transgender. They have identified with a, a certain sex that they are not.
You breaking up, brother. But yeah, just think about this. 13 to 17 years old. They ain't even graduated high school yet. They haven't even graduated high school yet. You ain't even got a real job yet. And yet and still you got
Right,
the
right, right.
mindset to say you can be what you want to be. Come on, man. You had something you want to add, bro?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Hello. Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I was saying something. And I guess I was saying something, and I think the microphone went out or whatever. But yeah, I
Oh,
was saying
Esau.
the same thing. Basically, they don't even know. Say what?
I said that was Esau.
Yeah, yeah. They saying they want to be a transgender, but don't even know what they want to do in life, and that's
Hmm.
off. How can you not want to know what you want to do in life, but you know what sex you want to be?
That's the ulterior motive that they be pushing
Right.
through all these different commercials, through these parade days and months that they give to celebrate this wickedness. You know, uh, through the music, they aiming this agenda at the youth. They're not aiming it at the older in generations. They already done tried on us. They done got our people to uh, turn a blind eye to the things going on and say, well, if it ain't in my household, it ain't bothering me. It's not that bad.
Right.
They didn't got our generation to thinking like that. But now with the younger generation, their job is to actually turn them into that. That's exactly what they're doing. It's in all the TV shows. It's in all the movies, commercials. It's at the schools, the churches, the jobs. It's everywhere. Nobody says anything about it. Everybody knows it's wrong, but they ain't saying nothing. Yet and still, when you get the prophets to stand up to speak the words of the Lord, you trying to arrest them. But that's a different topic. Keep reading on that, bro.
The all right, I say, you want me to start over at the study?
Yeah, you can do that.
All right. The study estimates that about 0.5% of all U.S. adults, some 1.3 million people, and about 1.4% or 300,000 of the youth of youth between 13 and 17 years old identify as transgender, having a different gender identity than the sex they were assigned at birth.
You say assigned at birth, but go ahead.
Right. That the analysis was done by researchers at the William Institute, a think tank at UCLA's law school focused on gender identity, public policy, and concluded that the percentage and number of adults who identify as transgender and had remained steady since the institution last made estimates and reports in 2016 and 2017.
That's wicked as hell, man. It's running rampant like that where they can do studies on it now. Let's go to get Revelation chapter 11, verse 8. It says, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. So whether you want to believe it or not, this land that we live in, the land of the lost, the land of confusion, Babylon the Great, the US of A, America as you know, is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. Sodom, sodomites. That's exactly what this country is pumping and conditioning the minds of our people and our youth, mainly of our nation. They pushing a sodomite agenda. And that's where our dead bodies laying in the street. Man, we the walking dead right here, as the brother always bring out. We walking dead, thinking that we living a life, that we are finally alive, living our best life. Where you got men that's 6'7", 6'8", with beards walking around with see-through halter tops, with damn skirts on and high heels, and they
Mm,
living their best life.
mm.
You know, they in the kitchen with the striped apron on, baking cupcakes, playing in the NFL, and we living the best life. Simple as hell.
Let me get a precept, King.
All right.
The book of Colossians, chapter 3 and verse 5. Mortify therefore your members, which are upon the earth. So the Lord told us to mortify our members, meaning get your mind right, get your body right, right? Fornication, and your body represents, you know, the things that you do in this life. You know, as far as you have to mortify your members, meaning don't let your flesh rule over you. Let your spirit rule your flesh. Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth: fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection. Right? That's what this is talking about. Transgenderism. Hey, this is inordinate, man. Affection, evil concupiscence, and covetousness, which is idolatry. Right? So we can't be in these type of things, man. Our people, hey, they gotta leave out of that, man.
Mm-hmm.
Being damn transgenders, wanting to get your rod cut off. If you got an appointment to get your rod cut off, you need to cancel that appointment.
That's right.
Because the Lord said that a man is a man and a woman is a woman. You know, the Lord didn't even call you human in the Bible,
All right.
right? Man came up with that. The Lord said, I created man and woman, right? That's how plain the Lord is. Now they say human. Now if you say human, you can be a transgender, falls up under that, you know. Uh LGBTQ falls up under that. I'm just a human, right?
Mm-hmm. Let me get one more precept before we move on. Let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 6. 1 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 6. Is that what I want? Yeah. It says, your glory is not good. Know ye not that a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump? So them pushing these little minor, well, it ain't even minor no more. It used to be. But them pushing this agenda, uh, give them a rainbow sticker here, a rainbow sticker there, you know, uh, give them a little doll, put it in the cartoon, put it in the commercial. a little leaven or leaven the whole lump, whether it's the whole person, a whole community, or a whole nation of people, or a whole generation of people. A little bit, a little leaven will leaven the whole lump. That's a little bit of sin gonna make a whole nation sin, a
Mm,
whole generation to come up and be rooted in sin and
right.
love it and not even know that they in sin. And that's exactly what they trying to push on our people. It's a whole bunch of wickedness. It's just like it. What it say? One bad apple spoiled a batch. And that's exactly what's going on. Little by little, they've been pushing this agenda, and now it's worse than ever. Where you got 1.6 million identifying as transgender. 1.6, unbelievable. But we're gonna move on to the next article. This right here. All right. You want to read that, brother? Still there? All right. Governor DeSantis considers sending child protective services against people that are exposing children to drag shows. Look at this. Look at this. Why? Why are men doing this? What the governor say? I got to do something about this. Okay. Bear with me for a second. All right. Forgive me, Israel. But Governor DeSantis considers protective services, you know, and this is just a minor fix, basically putting a band-aid on what they trying to stop. They know it to be wrong. You know, he tried to stop Disney, but that didn't work. Now they just going overboard. Now he got to send child protective services to stop these individuals from reading stories to the kids. That's nothing. It's just breeding nothing but wickedness. You know, nothing but wickedness. You in there, King?
Yeah, I'm in there. My
All right.
my computer went up.
All right. But nonetheless, transgender, drag, well, I ain't gonna say transgender, just drag, teaching kids stories. How they even get in a position to be able to do that blows my mind. Well, I guess it ain't no different than them letting the damn kid or letting folks come into the schools with guns. Ain't no different. Just open the door. Whoever want to do what, come on in. But read that, King, if you can.
All right. All right. Republican Florida Governor Ron DeSantis said he was considering sending child protective services against people exposing children to drag shows. DeSantis was asked about proposed legislation about children at drag shows during the media briefing on Wednesday. We have child protective statuses on books. We have laws against child endangerment, said DeSantis, who added his staff was looking at the law. He went on reference he went on to reference disturbing videos from a drag show performance at a bar in Dallas, Texas, that showed children and shoving dollar bills into the underwear of drag perform. What?
Read that one more time, man.
My God, bro.
Damn.
Uh, yeah, I'm lost for words on that one. He
I'll
went
read.
he went on to reference disturbing videos from a drag show performance at a bar in Dallas, Texas, that showed children shoving dollar bills into the underwear of drag performers.
Hmm. Wow. So you got kids in the bar, number one. Then you got the drag queens in there. Then you got the kids coming up on stage. So the parents got to be in agreement with it. So the parents are sitting back, letting this go on. They giving the kids the money to go up there to put the money into their damn underwear. Think about that. And these are the same folks that we turn around and hire to these are the same folks who in the leadership positions in your churches, in your schools, at your jobs. They at the bar with your kids, making money off your kid while you watching.
Mm.
While you giving them the damn Arsenio Hall. Woo, 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 woo. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
You taking pictures and posting it on social media. Come on, man.
So
Keep
you
reading on
saying
that, King, unless you got something you want to add.
the parents in the back cheering them on, giving them money to go put in the underwear of a transgender.
Just like they putting $1 in a damn collection plate. Yeah.
Damn, man.
And
That's
once again, I'm gonna make reference to the damn picture that keep popping up at the bottom of the screen down here. Damn Cesar Borgia. That's his doing. You know, that image is the reason why these things go on, because that image holds no value and it allows people to do what they want to do without any regard for the consequences that may be that lie in front of them. This image right here, our people swear up and down, I don't know who that is. You know who it is, goddamn. You know it been in Big Mama house, it's been on your church walls. You know who this is. You know what
right,
that image represents.
right.
And that's why you're so, as a nation of people, our people so what's the word I'm looking for? They can't go against it. They've been conditioned so long, they know it's wrong, but they scared to speak against it. You know, they'll stick up for that, but turn a blind eye to the 1.6 transgender, or turn a blind eye to the damn kids in the bar sticking dollars in the damn drag queen underwear. But they'll go to war to fight for the damn Esau picture. We destroyed. Let me get Jeremiah chapter 9 right quick. Now, you know what? I'm gonna go to Proverbs chapter 17, verse 4.
And I talk to some people, right? And like you say about the image, like when you talk to some people, they don't treat it like it's that big of a deal. It's like, okay, well, Christ is a black man, so what? Well, we just explain. Well, why are we seeing this picture around all of our life, and we just not finding out Christ is a black man? That's not a big deal,
Mm.
And they treat it like no, it's not no big deal for real. It's just a
Color
lot. There's a
doesn't
lot we
matter,
found out.
brother.
What is that?
Color doesn't matter, brother.
Well, the Bible talks about color, brother.
It's unbelievable, though. You're right.
Yeah, that's right.
They look at it like it's a light thing that you've been lied to your whole life. That's the reason why you ain't never read the Bible, because that image. So you
Mm-hmm.
think it was created by them for them, so you don't want to read it, but it's actually about you, and they've been lying to you. Yet and still, our people will go to bat for
That's heavy, bro.
them. Think about that. They're literally. I mean, for those who don't know, we got a video. I don't know what the title of it is, but it's a brother in who came out his own mouth and said, "I would hate my own people. I hate a black man before I hate a white man,"
Mm.
knowing that they have Now we don't teach hate. We teaching our folks to wake the hell up. We hate the wickedness of this world. We hate what these folks did to us. Got us conditioned to the point where they would love the enemy and hate their own people. We hate that thing with a perfect hatred.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But our people would literally come out their own mouth and say, I would hate my own people before I hate them. And look at a picture of them hanging your ancestors, burning and raping and robbing your ancestors, watching movies that they didn't put out, showing what they done did to your people. And you'll still come out your mouth and say, I hate my own people before I hate them. A little leaven, a whole lump.
Mm.
But I'm going to read Proverbs chapter 17, verse 4. It says, a wicked doer giveth heed to false lips, and a liar giveth ear to a naughty tongue. So the Bible tells us that we as a nation of people, the 2/3 is wicked as hell. And they're going to give heed to a wicked tongue and false lips.
Mm.
That's why when you bring out, hey, did you know Christ is a black man? Oh, so what, man? We all breathe the same air. We all bleed red. Love is blind. So they've been lying to you all your life, but ain't nothing wrong with it. But if I owe you $20 and don't pay you when I'm supposed to, I'm the scum of the earth.
Right.
That's how destroyed we are as a people.
Man, let me get a precept real quick on that book. Right, it's one of the classic precepts that we pull. The book of Isaiah, chapter 30 and verse 10. Right, the book of Isaiah, chapter 30. The book of Isaiah, chapter 30 and verse 9. That this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord. It said they will not hear the law of the Lord. Right? Yeah, it's being spoken to them, but they will not hear it. You know, just like your mom, you know, you try to go and ask your mom, hey, can I go over Johnny's house today? And you ain't clean your room. She said she ain't hearing that, man. So just like they don't hey, these people, they don't want to hear the laws of the Lord. It says, which say to the seers, see not. Right? These are the people who see the prophecies, they see certain visions from the Lord. They say they don't see. Right? And to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things. The right things are his commandments. Right? The things that the Lord has set up on this earth. These are the right things. It says, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. So our people want us to go out there and lie. Our people want to hear that Christmas is okay. Their wicked doings are okay. Right? That's what they want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
It says, get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. We don't even want to hear the Bible. We believe in Islam now. I believe that I'm a free spirit now, so I don't want to hear it. I've put the Bible away, and I've came up with the conclusion that the white man wrote that book, so I don't have to deal with anything that's in there. This is what our people say now, just to run away from the judgments and from the laws of God. But you got it, King.
But yeah, I'm tired of looking at this picture. That's horrible. That's horrible. But it's gonna be the last article right here. It says 31 connected with hate group charged with planning riot near LGBTQ event in Idaho. Now, just look at the picture. You got 31 individuals. They still got their face mask covered. They ain't got no cuffs on them. They got damn zip ties on them. See how they treat the other nations? When they stand up or do something out the ordinary, out the norm, to go against their agenda, they detain them, but it ain't nowhere near what they do to us. Look at that. Let's read this article right quick.
And then they kind of got them in the grass so their knees won't hurt while they on the pavement.
All right.
You know? They'll put us on the pavement though.
Look, they got their backs turned to them. Damn. Wow. Can you read it?
Yeah. Police in Idaho arrest 31 people who have face coverings. White supremacists insignia, wait, insignia shields and an operations plan to riot near the LGBTQ pride event on Saturday afternoon.
Keep
According
going.
to according to MSN News, police said that they are affiliated with Patriot Front and white supremacist group whose founder was those arrested. Authorities received a tip about a little army loading into a U-Haul truck at a hotel Saturday afternoon, said Lee White, the police chief in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, a city of about 50,000 near the border with Washington. Local and state law enforcement pulled over the truck about 10 minutes later. White said at a news conference, many of those arrested wearing logos representing Patriot Front, which rebranded after one of its members plowed his car into the crowd of people protesting a white supremacist rally in Charlottesville in 2017, killing Heather Heyer and injuring dozens.
You see this? I guarantee a lot of folks didn't see this on the news. They ain't pushing this like they would push anything else. 31 individuals loaded up in a U-Haul. Somebody seen them loading up, they said a small army loading up to go riot at a pride, what is it, a pride event or a pride, yeah, pride event. They loaded up, getting ready to go down there and wreak havoc. But yet and still, they even knew who they were affiliated with. They knew they were a white supremacist group. Yet and still, nothing happened. You don't even hear about it on TV. Swept it under the rug as usual. Nothing happened. But Esau don't even like the agenda that he pushing. That's what the Lord said he gonna have Egypt fighting against Egypt, Egyptians against Egyptians,
Mm,
the slave masters against the slave master. You
mm.
got one that's going off into being a sodomite, and the other one trying to stay the normal course. But yet and still they fighting each other. Wicked as hell. That's when you know that. Matter of fact, I need to find that right quick. Go ahead if you got a precept, King.
All right. We get the book of Romans chapter 15 and verse 4. The book of Romans chapter 15 and verse 4. It says, for whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. So the things that are written in the scriptures are written for our learning, right? So that we can have patience, right? So that we could patiently wait on Yahweh Shah to come back, right? Who the world calls Christ. And that we have hope, because we need faith in this walk, man. Because without faith, hey, we don't see anything. We don't have no vision or no goal without faith. Because we have to have that in order to see that these nations are going to even be destroyed. Because it look like we lost the battle right now. You got, you know, all these different nations ruling over us. You got white supremacist groups now right now. But the Lord said these are the basest men. So how do they even get to the point to where they supreme?
Hey.
You know? So we got to come back to being that righteous nation that we once was, so we can reverse the curse and have these curses upon the nations and have the curses off of us, man. You found what you got, King?
Yes, sir.
All right.
This is Isaiah chapter 19, verse 2. It says, "And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother and every one against his neighbor. Uh, City against city and kingdom against kingdom. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord of hosts." So, like we read earlier, America as we know it, Babylon the Great, is also known as Sodom, spiritually Sodom and Egypt. You know about the damn the Sodomites, but you still got the Egyptians, which are the slave drivers. You know, those are the ones who in actual rulership, the superpower. But the Lord said He's gonna have the Egyptians fighting against the Egyptians. You know, that's true signs of end times. Things getting ready to heat up when they battling against each other. You know, but from there, let's go to Psalms 36 and verse 1.
Hey, let me get a precept. Exodus chapter 8 and verse 16.
All right.
Book of Exodus chapter 8 and verse 16. And like the brothers are saying, you're gonna have the Egyptians fighting against the Egyptians. It said that this land he brought out earlier, this land is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. You know, so this is the spiritual Egypt where our Lord was crucified, man. How did they crucify him? They crucified his image. But just like the book of Exodus, the same things that happen in the Exodus is going to be the same things that happen in in America. All right. Let me prove that real quick. I'm gonna get Isaiah 11 and verse 11. But hold that in the book of Exodus, the book of Isaiah chapter 11 and verse 11. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left in from Assyria and from Egypt and from Pathros and from and from Cush and from Elam and from Shinar and from Hamath and from the islands of the sea. Meaning he gonna set them his hand on them a second time. The first time he did it was in Egypt. So this is gonna be the same thing, right? The book of Exodus, chapter 8 and verse 16. It says, "And the Lord said unto Moses, say unto Aaron, stretch out thy rod and smite the dust of the land, that it may become lice throughout all the land of Egypt. And they did so, for Aaron stretched out his hand with his rod and smote the dust of the earth, and it became lice in man and in beast. All the dust of the land became lice throughout all the land of Egypt. And the magicians did so with their enchantments to bring forth life, but they could not. So they were lice upon man and beast." Now here's the point. Then the magician said unto Pharaoh, "This is the finger of God," right? This is the finger of God. And Pharaoh's heart was hardened, and he hearkened not unto them, as the Lord had said. So, the magicians, Pharaoh's magicians, he told them, hey, that's the finger of God, man. We can't do nothing against that. But his heart got hardened towards them. That's the division of Esau. That's the division of these nations that the Lord will bring upon your nation for having the children of Israel in captivity. You know?
That's right.
So, just like he said, the Egyptians gonna fight against the Egyptians. They're gonna disagree, right? They're not gonna be on the same page, right? They all used to be white supremacists, but now some of them damn what they call nigger lovers now, you know.
So some of their forefathers, they call them weak. But you got it, King. I don't want to keep rambling.
Yeah, this be the last verse, last script. I mean, this is Psalms chapter 140, verse 1. It says, "Deliver me, O Lord, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man, which imagine mischiefs in their heart. Continually are they gathered together for war. They have sharpened their tongues like serpent adders, poisonous under their lips." So we got to understand that these individuals always imagining some form or fashion of wickedness, of mischief, and they always ready for war, you know, especially against the children of Israel, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. But I'll keep reading. It says, "Keep me, O Lord, from the hands of the wicked. Preserve me from the violent man, who have purpose to overthrow my goings." That's their whole purpose, whether you know it or not, according to John 10 and 10. Lie, steal, and kill, and destroy the nation of Israel. They are what you would call our arch nemesis,
Mm.
our rival. They are repeatedly or perpetually against us each and every day. Just because they'll slap palms with you and say hi and bye don't mean they on your team. All the wickedness that you see going on in this world proves that. All the things that they have done to you and us as a nation of people throughout history should let you know that. Another fact would be because it's written in the scriptures. The Lord spoke it, so it shall be done. But said, "The proud have hid a snare for me and cords. They have spread a net by the wayside. They have set gins for me." Whether you believe it or know it or not, everything in this society is set up to be a snare unto the nation of Israel, a trap. You know, you they trap you in the hood, and then you take over one of the houses and you call yourself a you say you a trap star. You in the trap. Nah, you trapped. That's what it is. You trapped. You don't know how to get out because they done put up a wall all around you where you don't know how to think. You don't know what to do as a nation of people. We destroy it for a lack of knowledge. We believe in everything that they teach us, but everything that they put up, like the brother was bringing out the other day, they say, give them some food, but make sure it ain't the healthy food. You know, give them somewhere to stay, but make sure it's not the best place to stay. Give them a job, but give them the worst job. Give them some education, but give them the worst education. Teach them about us. Don't teach them nothing about them. Give them fast food, McDonald's and Burger King all day, and Church's Chicken. Give them EBT so they depend on us. So in order for them to get this, they can't work. They can't uplift their households or their families or their communities. They'll depend on us and trust us only. That's a net that's been set by the wayside, setting traps for us on a daily basis. But our people got to wake the hell up in these last days and understand what the hell is going on. They aiming to destroy your nation of people. They have been since day one. But if you are Israelite, man, woman, and child watching this, remember, you got to stay repentant every day. You got to stay enduring in this truth, learning and building your spirit up so you know how to deal with your enemy and how to deal with the everyday woes of life. You can't give in. You can't let your flesh take over. You can't let the TV dictate your family. You know, you got to be rooted in this thing. You got to be steadfast, unmovable, willing to put in work, standing up against the evildoer. For what reason? Not for your own vain glory, but for your people, for the nation of Israel, for the elect's sake. You got to be willing to put in real work that's going to matter. So, on that note, unless the brother, you got something you want to add?
Yeah, I got a couple more precepts I want to put in there.
All right.
Because hey, just like the brother said, hey, why would we want to keep living in the ways of this world? Hey, this kingdom is over with, man.
Mm-hmm.
This kingdom is finished. You see all hell about to break loose, and we on the brinks of war, right? And chaos. And the Lord said in the scriptures that America is prophesied to be destroyed. So I'm gonna go to the book of Exodus, chapter 10 and verse 7. The book of Exodus, chapter 10 and verse 7. And it reads, "And Pharaoh's servants said unto him, How long shall this man be a snare unto us? Let the men go, that they may serve the Lord their God. Knowest thou not yet that Egypt is destroyed?" So they knew that it was destroyed before it even got destroyed fully. They knew it was destroyed. So, just like these other nations, Babylon the Great. That's why you see these major people or a lot of these rich people building bunkers and stuff, man. Why you think they're trying to damn go out of space and different things of that nature? Because they know, this land is destroyed. This is it. The Lord about to make his second return. Right? Let me get one more scripture. The book of Romans, chapter 9 and verse. Book of Romans, chapter 9 and verse 17. For the scripture saith, even saith to Pharaoh. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. Right? So just like in the times of Egypt, Pharaoh got raised up to be that big powerful nation. It's the same way that America has gotten raised up to be that powerful nation that the Lord is going to destroy in these last days, man. But you got it, Ken.
That's all I want to add. I mean, my people, we got to understand what's really going on. Stop turning a blind eye. Stop being naive. When you see the wickedness, speak on it. You know what I'm saying? Know that there's something going on, and we got to do something. It's a reason why this place is collapsing, because we waking up. It's your job, it's your duty to continue to push this truth and to walk in it and to live it on a daily basis. Not whenever you feel, but on a daily basis. So continue to stand up for the Lord against the evildoer. Continue to build yourself up in the spirit. Continue to go harder each and every day that the Lord bless you to wake up. You know, and we'll see you in the kingdom, Lord willing. But we, like the brother said, we part of the hopeful elect. We hope that we make it to the kingdom.
That's right.
You know, we ain't guaranteed, but nonetheless, we got to put in that brick day in and day out.
That's right.
So
let me get that famous one that we use for the end, brother.
All right.
All right, the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 15 and verse 58. I'll let you explain it after this and close it out.
Right.
Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, for as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord.
Your work is not in vain. You're reading, you're studying. That's not in vain. You're waking up every day praising and praying to the Most High. That's not in vain. Keeping the commandments, that's not in vain. Loving your people, that's not in vain. Keeping these commandments, it's not in vain. Doing what you do as an Israelite, it's not in vain. So remember that, stay steadfast, unmovable in this truth, and keep pushing. I'm your brother Ananias.
Brother Benaiah.
We are A.O.I, the Awakening of Israel, and it's been an honor, it's a privilege to come before you to give you this edifying lesson tonight. And we hope and pray that you brothers and sisters were edified. And on that note, we say shalom to you.